The greatest threat to police officers is not bullets. The greatest threat to police officers is what happens to them in here.
The job is demanding, physically, emotionally, and mentally.
We in law enforcement are really bad. We like helping others, but sometimes we're bad at asking for help.
And it's Sergeant Jared Lowe's job to change that. As head of the department's Employee Assistance Unit, or EAU, he's tasked with caring for the overall wellness of the department's nearly 4,000 sworn officers and staff.
The stigma is that's a weakness in law enforcement, when the truth is what we're trying to do is talk about is treating it more like physical therapy, no different than if you hurt your knee and you do therapy to build a strength. Well, the brain is like a muscle.
He and his team of 7 detectives take a 3-prong approach to wellness. The first prong is peer support, with the message that you are not alone. They do this through 24/7 confidential services to employees and their families for issues like anger, addiction, loss, divorce, or anything else that comes up on the job or at home. And when more help is needed, they refer out. That's where the second prong comes in. Crisis Preparation Recovery, or CPR, is a behavioral health company contracted by Phoenix Police.
You have to have folks who understand what it's like to run towards the sound of gunfire instead of away, who can relate to that. But it's also important to have the behavioral health, mental health training component to make sure that nothing is missed, to make sure that the individual is getting the appropriate care that they need and deserve.
Tom McSherry, president and founder of CPR, says they provide clinicians, including social workers, licensed counselors, psychologists, and psychiatrists. These clinicians have office hours at the Phoenix Police headquarters 4 days a week, 6 hours a day.
I think it really comes down to an understanding and awareness that we need to take as good or better care of the operator as we do the equipment. And I think in the past, it's been one of more of focus on the equipment and not the operator.
The final prong of the 3-prong approach is spirituality. Pastor Bob is one of 5 volunteer chaplains available to Phoenix Police employees day or night should they request it. He works mostly out of his truck, responding to critical incident scenes, visiting injured officers in the hospital, or meeting up with officers or their families outside of work.
It's what happens and what they see, what they hear, what they smell, what they touch, what they experience every day of our lives. As that accumulates within their life and over the course of their career, it can create a lot of strain on them and their families. So we protect them as they protect us.